Success requires first expending 10 units of effort to produce 1 unit of results. Your momentum will then bring 10 units of results for each unit of effort. Charles J. Givens. My friends, each and every day you are putting in those units of effort. 10 to 15 minutes, practice trading following the charts, taking our little trainings we put out each and every day. They are in the show notes. If you're not signed up for free at chartingwealth.com, go there, sign up, get our daily email. You'll have all sorts of great things that come with it. It's absolutely free. If you appreciate what we do and become a Patreon member, then of course you get each day our trade execution summary grid along with, 2 pages of analysis and predictions on the S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, 20-year bonds, gold, Bitcoin, along with our trade execution instructions for your practice trading. Let's jump into these charts. We see everything is up for the day. We look at the S&P 500, it's up right at 0.5%. And of course, the high last week was 516.39. This week, 519.22, blowing up to a higher high. Closed at 6. Wait a minute, did I say 519? I'm sitting here looking at it. Okay, sorry. 616.39, the high so far this week, 619.22. Sorry about that. We closed at 617.85. So we've blown out that prior high that we saw back in January and February. We can go ahead and remove that line because we don't need it anymore. We are moving up to higher highs, scaling on up as this market just keeps on a-cranking. We have been in green up candles since we had that interim low back on April 7 to, a green spinning top, then a doji, and then things started taking off. We have been long for a long time. We are still nice and long. Our directional probability is decent. Our backtest accuracy is okay. Of course, our trade execution summary grid gives you the entry point, the exit point, the expected move, and of course, our backtest accuracy. So please, by all means, continue to follow these charts with us. We always appreciate you being with us. We love to hear from you. CW@chartingwealth.com is our email address. Don't hesitate to reach out to us. This is where we are on Monday. We're still long on the S&P. What about the NASDAQ? Well, the NASDAQ is up 0.65%. It also is reaching a higher high, 552.80 last week, 549.99. We are going in the right direction. We can see things moving up on the 2-day, moving up on the half-day. We are long. We are not. The directional probability is less on the NASDAQ than it is on the S&P. Backtest accuracy is a little bit less also. But again, things moving in the right direction. We've been long a long time, and we are still long. But remember, what goes up does come down at some point. Let's look at where we are on 20-year U.S. government bonds. We are sideways on those. We're more than a coin toss bullish on them, but not a whole lot more. They were up nicely for the day, up 0.5%. Again, I told you our typical turnaround, we had that higher than average volume on that interim low. Then we had the doji week 2 into the turnover with average volume, and since then things have just continued to climb. Last week, lots of volume. This week, actually moving, looks like just a wee bit higher, 88.16, 88.44 this week on Monday. So again, continuing to move. You can see we're well above the weekly trend line on both the 2-day and the half-day. And again, we are long bonds. Let's go to gold. Now, gold, we have just right at a coin toss is where we are on bullishness on gold. I'm not super bullish on gold. I'm quite bearish after these 2 weeks of down movement. All that volume last week. Got a decent bit of volume on the red down candle that we have for the Friday, Monday. We did move up in the afternoon on Monday on the half-day chart, but we're well below the weekly trend line on the 2-day and the half-day, even though we're up 1.20%, which is our biggest chart for gain for the day percentage-wise. I still don't feel great, nor do our charts feel great about up movement in gold. It is just barely bullish. And again, like I said, I am quite bearish. And the backtest accuracy is not any good either. So again, we'll keep our eye on gold. Where are we with Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin starts the week off up some 0.79%. And again, decently, we've gained from where we were last week as far as bullishness on HODL goes. We're decently bullish on HODL, particularly with this week starting off with a green candle. We had a green 2-day candle for the Wednesday, Thursday, and of course a green Friday, Monday 2-day candle right there at average volume, even though it's red means it opened lower than the prior close. Didn't hit the prior high. On that prior 2-day candle was 30.62. 30.52 is as close as we got on this last one. That's actually smaller, and you can see where, again, things are sliding sideways on that half-day chart. But it looks like HODL's trying to move up. Hence, we are long as far as our calculations go. That's where we are as we end the day. Remember, this 4th of July week, markets are, the big guys are already on vacation. So it won't surprise me if we don't see a great deal of volume. We can see some price manipulation, some things moving around. But again, on these holiday weeks, we're in the summertime trading zone. Remember, friends who've been with me for a while, sell in May and go away, live to trade another day. But if you can trade and you can do well through the summer, man, when the fall-winter trading zone hits and things really take off in one direction or another, tend to have longer, cleaner trades where the summertime is choppy. And there's a lot of people I know, they just don't trade. They just say, screw it. I'm taking a vacation from the markets, need to get my head straight. I'm leaving for the summer because it drives me crazy. I understand that. If that's what you're doing and you're just sort of half monitoring what's going on, it makes sense to me. The trick in the market is what? To make money. Not to be in the market every single day trading. Now, you should be following the charts. You can be practice trading. You can be seeing how clean and clear the markets are for seeing things. But as far as thinking you have to have real money in the market all the time, again, I just caution you to think about what I'm saying. Put it into practice if you want and see how it works. I am not here to be your guru. I am not here to give you market advice. I'm here to teach you what I know, and hopefully you find it helpful. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth.